We'll see the first basic concepts of clock. So a clock is an instrument used for indicating and maintaining the time. It is an electronic device that presents the duration of hour, minute, and seconds. So we have of two hands, that is a small hand, hour hand, and then minute hand. So we'll see the more basic concepts for clock. So the topic today we are discussing, students, clocks and puzzles based on that is GATE exam. What are the questions they can be asked in the problems in clocks and puzzles? So complete circle of a clock is equal to 360 degree. So each part is equal to 360 divided by 12 is equal to 30 degree, because clock contains 12 hours, so this is divided into 12 equal parts. The face or dial of a watch is a circle, so everyone knows this one, whose circumference is divided into 60 equal parts, that is called minute spaces. So hour hand and minute hand we can see. So a clock has two hands, the smaller one that is called hour hand or a short hand, and then second one we have the larger one is called minute hand or long hand. So the clock, which is mainly based on the types of angles. So we have a acute angle, obtuse angle, and reflex angle. So acute angle, it should be 0 to 90 degree. Obtuse angle should be 90 to 180 degree, and reflex angle should be 180 to 360 degree. So if you see the clock, we have that is short hand and then long hand. Short hand is also called hour hand, and then long hand is also called minute hand. So the reflex angle which covers of a degree from 180 to 360 degree, and then acute angle or obtuse angle. So 0 to 90 degree for acute angle and 90 degree to 180 degree for obtuse angle. So in clock, the basic concepts in minute hand complete round in 1 hour. It covers 360 degree in 60 minutes. In 1 minute, the minute hand it covers 360 degree divided by 60 is equal to 6 degree. So in 1 hour, the hour hand it covers 360 degree divided by 12 is equal to 30 degree. In 1 minute, the hour hand it covers 30 degree divided by 60 is equal to half degree. Let's see more basic concepts about the clock. So in 1 hour, both hands coincide only one time, and then in 12 hours, both hands coincide 11 times. So in 24 hours, both hands coincide, that is doubles the times, that is 22 times. If two hands are at 90 degree, that means right angle, they are 15 minutes space apart. If two hands are at 180 degree, they are 30 minutes space apart. So if two hands are at coincide, they are 0 minute space apart. Next one, students, in 1 hour, the minute hand travels 60 minutes, and hour hand travels just to 5 minute spaces. So minute hand gains 60 minus 55 is equal to 55 minutes over hand in 60 minutes. So let's see the conditions. The two hands are at 90 degree. What could be the conditions will be there at right angle? It will be twice in 1 hour and 22 times in 12 hours. That means due to right angle forms between the minute hand and hour hand in the 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock. 44 times in 24 hours are a day. So the two hands are at 90 degree at right angle. It will be twice in 1 hour, 22 times in 12 hours. Due to right angles formed by that minute hand and hour hand will be 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock. But 44 times in 24 hours are a day. So next condition, two hands are at 180 degree. that means opposite direction, it will be 1 hour, and then once in 1 hour, and 11 times in 12 hours, and 22 times in 24 hours or a day. So this will be the condition for two hands are at 180 degree at opposite direction. So next we are going to see that is relative speed of minute hand. So relative speed is equal to 6 minus half is equal to 5 half, the 5.5 degree. So we have to calculate the relative speed of minute hand, that is 6 minus half is equal to 5.5 degree. So what are the types of problems? What are the type of problems they will usually asking in the gate questions? Very simple problems. So first, what type of problem it will be? Find the time when angle between two hands are given. And second type of the problem, find angle between two hands at a given time. And third one, losing or gaining time. That means correct time or incorrect time. It can be of fast or slow. Let's see the problems. If the minutes hands and seconds hands of a clock are 25 minutes apart, what will be the angle formed between them? So options are 110 degree, 120 degree, 135 degree, and 150 degree. So let's see. So we have given minutes hand and second hands of a clock are 25 minutes apart. So what will be the angle formed between them? For 60 minutes, the angle covered is 360 degree. So for 25 minutes, what would be the difference angle will be there? So x 60 into, so we have to find out how much 25 minutes, how much degree angle, that is equal to 360 into 25. So that is 360 into 25 divided by 60, it will be 150 degree. So option D is the right answer. Next question. Students, listen the question. The angle between the minute hand and the hour hand of a clock when the time is 4:20, what could be the options? So A 0 degree, B 10 degree, C 5 degree, D 20 degree. So let's see the explanation for this problem. Angle traced by hour hand in 13 by 3 hours is equal to 360 divided by 12 into 13 by 3 degree, that is equal to 130 degree for hour hand in 13 by 3 hours. Angle traced by minute hand in 20 minutes, that is equal to 360 divided by 60 into 20 degree, that is equal to 120 degree. So the required angle is equal to 130 minus 120 degrees equal to 10 degree. The difference for minute hand and hour hand of a clock when the time is 4:20, it will be of 10 degree difference will be the required angle will be there. So option B 10 degree is the right answer. Next question. P stays in his office for what duration if hand clock moves by 225 degree? So gate question 2019 they have asked this problem. So 3.75 hours, B 4 hours 15 minutes, and C 8.5 hours, and D 7.5 hours. Let's see the explanation. So our hand of a clock hours will be covered in 360 degree in 12 hours. Okay. So the students, so we have to find out, so how much if the hand clock moves by 225 degree. So 225 degree is equal to 12 divided by 360 degree into 225 degree, that is equal to 7.5 hours. So we have to find out how much the hour hand of a clock covers will be covered in 360 degree in 12 hours. So we can find out easily by calculating. So here they have given in the question, if the hand clock moves by 225 degree, so 225 degrees equal to 12 divided by 360 degree into 225 degree, that is equal to 7.5 hours. Are you able to understand, students? So the very easy to calculate. So how much amount, that is how much that is hours will be, that can be of the hand clock which moves by the 225 degree Celsius. Next question. It is a quarter past 3 o'clock in your watch. The angle between hour hand and minute hand is what? So GATE 2020, the question they have asked here. So options 22.5 degree, B 7.5 degree, C 0 degree, D 15 degree. So what is the formula for this to find out hour hand and minute hand with the angle between of this? 30 R minus 11 by 2 M. So what is the time they have given in the question? It is quarter past 3 o'clock in your watch. That means 3 o'clock 15 minutes. So what we have to find out the angle between hour hand and the minute hand. What is the degree? So A is equal to 3, B is equal to 15. We have to substitute in the formula. Theta is equal to 30 R minus 11 divided by 2 and then M. Okay. So 30 minus R will be 3 o'clock 15 minutes. 30 into 3 minus 11 divided by 2 into 15 minutes. So 30 into 3, 90 minus 11 by 2 into 15, that is equal to 165 divided by 2. So 90 minus 85.2 is equal to theta is equal to 7.5. The angle between our hand and minute hand is the 7.5 degree angle. So options they have given below: 22.5 degree, 7.5 degree, 0 degree, and 15 degree. So option B is the right answer, 7.5 degree. Next question. At 3:40, the hour hand and minute hand of a clock form an angle of 120 degree, 125 degree, 130 degree, 135 degree. So what could be the answer? That is, we'll see the explanation for this problem. At 3:40, the hour hand and minute hand of a clock form an angle of 120 degree, 125 degree, 130 degree, and 135 degree. So the angle traced by our hand in 12 hours is equal to 360 degree. The angle traced by it in 11 by 3 hours is equal to 360 divided by 12 into 11 by 3 degree is equal to 110 degree. The angle traced by minute hand in 60 minutes is equal to 360 degree. Angle traced by it in 4 minutes is equal to 360 divided by 60 into 40 degrees equal to 240 degree. So the required angle will be 240 minus 240 minus 110 degree is equal to 130 degree. So the hour hand and the minute hand of a clock form an angle of 130 degree is the right answer. Option C is the right option. Next question. A clock gains 20 seconds for every 3 hours of a time. If a clock is set at the correct time of 2 a.m. on Friday, what could it indicate at 6:30 p.m. Saturday? So options: 6 o'clock, 32 minutes and 0 seconds p.m. Option B: 6 o'clock, 32 seconds, 32 minutes, 46 seconds p.m. Option C: 6 o'clock, 34 minutes, 30 seconds p.m. And D: 6 o'clock 38 minutes 56 seconds p.m. So from 2 o'clock a.m. Friday to 6:30 p.m. Saturday, we have 24 hours till 2 a.m. Saturday plus 12 hours till 2 p.m. Saturday plus 4.5 hours is equal to 40.5 hours. So the second 20 seconds in 3 hours So we have to find out how much seconds in 40.5 hours. So when 270 seconds is equal to 4.5 minutes. So we know 24 hours till 2 a.m. Saturday plus 2 hours till 2 p.m. Saturday plus 4.5 hours is equal to 40.5 hours. So 20 seconds in 3 hours means how much seconds will be in 40.5 hours. So 20 seconds is equal to 4.5 minutes. So the time shown is equal to 6 point, that is 6 o'clock 30 minutes p.m. At 6:30 p.m. plus 4.5 minutes is equal to 6 hours 34 minutes 30 seconds is equal to 6 clock 34 minutes 30 seconds p.m. So option C is the right answer, students. Students, next question. How many times are the hands of a clock at right angle in a day? Options, please, I will repeat the question. Please understand carefully the question what they have given. So, how many times are the hands of a clock at right angle in a day? So, options are A 22, B 24, C 44, D 48. So, explanation for this in 12 hours they are at right angles, it will be 22 times. In 24 hours, which the circumference of the clock, which divided of 12 parts, they are at right angles at 44 times. So option C is the right answer. So in 12 hours, they are at right angles 22 times. In 24 hours, they are at right angles 44 times. So option C is the right answer. Next question. How many times do the hands of a clock coincide in a day? Options A 20, options B 21, C 22, D 24. The hands of a clock coincide 11 times in every 12 hours. Since between 11 and 1, they coincide only once at 12 o'clock. So we can say definitely. So the hands overlap about every 65 minutes, not every 60 minutes. So the hands of a clock coincides 22 times in a day. These timings will be coincide only once. So that is AM and both AM and PM. 12 o'clock, 1 5, 211, 316, 422, 527, 633, 738, 844, 949, and 1055. So the hands of overlap about every 65 minutes, not every 60 minutes. The hands coincides 22 times in a day. So option C 22 is the correct answer because the hands of a clock coincide 11 times in every 12 hours. Since between 11 and 1, they coincide only once, that is at 12 o'clock. Option C 22 is the right answer. That means the hands coincide 22 times in a day, students. Next question. To ensure that he is not late for exam, Rom's teacher asked him to set the alarm for Monday 11 a.m. He sets it correctly at 1 a.m. on Sunday, but was not aware about the fault in the clock. The clock gained 20 minutes for every 24 hours. What would be the actual time when the alarm would go off? So options 28 minutes, 20 seconds before 10 a.m. Option B 31 minutes, 40 seconds past 10 a.m. C 28 minutes, 20 seconds past 11 a.m. D 31 minutes, 40 seconds past 11 a.m. So we'll see the explanation for this question. Let me read again one time for the question. To ensure that he is not late for exam, Rom's teacher asked him to set the alarm for Monday 11 a.m. He sets it correctly at 1 a.m. on Sunday, but was not aware about the fault in the clock. The clock gained 20 minutes for every 24 hours. What would be the actual time when the alarm would go off? So from 1 a.m. Sunday to 11 a.m. Monday, we have 24 hours till 1 a.m. Monday plus 10 hours Totally, we have 34 hours. So 20 minutes gained in 24 hours. We have to find out how much minutes gained in 34 hours. So that will be the question by the set by the ROM by the fault mistake. So from the T's, we can find out how much minutes gained in 34 hours. So answer will be, so we can see to calculate how much, so the hand that is 28.333 minutes is equal to 28 minutes 20 seconds. So alarm will go off that is at 11 a.m. but actual time will be less than that because clock had gained the time. So actual time is equal to 11 a.m. minus 28 minutes 20 seconds. That means 31 minutes 40 seconds past 10 a.m. So but the actual time it will be of 31 minutes 40 seconds past 10 a.m. So the actual time when the alarm would go off by the time is 31 minutes 40 seconds past 10 a.m. So option, so B is the right answer for this question. 31 minutes 40 seconds past 10 a.m. Next question. A watch which gains uniformly is 2 minutes low at noon on Monday and is 4 minutes 48 seconds fast at 2 p.m. on the following Monday. When was it correct? So options 3 p.m. on Tuesday, B 2 p.m. on Wednesday, C 3 p.m. on Thursday, and D 1 p.m. on Friday. So time from Monday 12 o'clock to following Monday 2 p.m. that is equal to 7 days 2 hours that can be multiplied into 24 hours. So 7 into 24 plus 2 is equal to totally we have 170 hours. So read the question again carefully. A watch which gains uniformly is 2 minutes low at noon on Monday and is 4 minutes 48 seconds past 2 p.m. on following Monday. When was it correct? So the total time from Monday 12 o'clock to following Monday 2 p.m. 2 minutes plus 4 minutes 48 seconds is equal to 6 minutes 48 seconds. So 6:48 divided by 60 minutes is equal to 6 4 by 5 minutes. So 6 5s are 30. So 34 divided by 5 minutes. So the time from Monday 12 o'clock to following Monday 2 p.m. Totally we have 7 days 2 hours. Let me repeat again because 7 days we are multiplying into 24 hours plus 2 hours, that is totally we have 170 hours. If you calculate the total time from Monday to next following Monday from 12 o'clock to 2 p.m., that is equal to 2 minutes plus 4 minutes 48 seconds, totally 6 minutes 48 seconds. That means 6:48 divided by 60 minutes is equal to 6 4 by 5 minutes, that is 34 by 5 minutes. Given that the said watch was 2 minutes low at Monday noon. Hence, when it gained 2 minutes, the time was correct because the given watch gains 34 by 5 minutes in 170 hours. The given watch gains 2 minutes in 170 divided by 5 by 34 into 2 hours is equal to 50 hours. So the correct time after 50 hours from Monday noon, that is equal to after 2 days 2 hours from Monday noon, that is equal to 2 p.m. on Wednesday. So because the given watch gains 34 by 5 minutes in 170 hours, so the given watch gains 2 minutes in 170 hours into 5 divided by 34 into 2 hours, that is equal to 50 hours. Hence, the time was correct after 50 hours from Monday noon. After 2 days, 2 hours from Monday noon. So 2 p.m. on Wednesday is the correct answer. Option B is the correct option. 2 p.m. on Wednesday is the correct answer, students. We'll go for the next question, students. So next question, the next question will be puzzles. So in clocks, we'll see the most important before we are starting the puzzles. We have the most important topic for the clocks. So the basic concepts is very very important. So we have to know. So what is how much complete the circle of clock? What is the 360 degree? So because clock contains 12 hours, so it is divided into 12 equal parts. The face or a dial of a watch is circle whose circumference is divided into 60 equal parts called minute spaces. So smaller one is called hour hand or short hand, while larger one is called minute hand or long hand. So the mainly clock is based upon three types of angles: acute angle, obtuse angle, and reflex angle. So acute angle is equal to 0 to 90 degree. Obtuse angle is equal to 90 degree to 180 degree. Reflex angle is equal to 180 degree to 360 degree. The most important in minute hand, that complete round in 1 hour, that means it covers 360 degree in 60 minutes. So 360 degree divided by 60 is equal to 6 degree. As like in 1 hour, our hand it covers 360 degree divided by 12. That means 12 equal parts, that is equal to 30 degree. So in 1 minute, our hand it covers 30 degree divided by 60 is equal to half degree. So this is the very most important basic concepts for the clock, which can be easily solve the problem. So next one we have in 1 hour, both hands coincides only one time. But in 12 hours, both hands, both minute hand and hour hand coincides 11 times. In 24 hours, both hands coincides 22 times. So if two hands are at 90 degree at right angle, they are 15 minutes space apart. If two hands are at 180 degree, they are 30 minutes space apart. So if two hands are at coincide, they are 0 minutes space apart. Okay. So in 1 hour, minute hand travels 60 minutes, hour travels just 5 minutes. So minute hand gains 60 minus 55 is equal to 55 minutes over our hand in 60 minutes. We'll see of two conditions, just we'll have a short recap. Two hands are at 90 degree right angle, that means twice in 1 hour, 22 times in 12 hours due to right angles formed by minute and hour hand, that is 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock, and then 44 times in 24 hours or a day. So next one, two hands are at 180 degree, that is opposite direction. That means once in 1 hour, 11 times in 12 hours, 22 times in 24 hours or a day. The very similar questions they will ask you in gate questions. So to find out the time when angle between two hands are given, sometimes we have to find out the angle between two hands at a given time, minute hand and as well as hour hand. And third one, the incorrect time or a correct time, that can be the time will be fast or slow. So based on these three types of problems, they can be asking in clocks. So the clocks basic concepts is very very important. Fundamentals you have to know crystal clearly, then only you can solve the gate questions easily. So next one, the topic we have puzzles. So puzzles we have very easy one. They will ask you in gate questions. We have missing letter puzzles. We have a number puzzles. We have alphabet puzzles. Then we have like a missing the missing one in the given series of numbers. And then we can having as a missing letter in letter puzzles. So we have offer different puzzles. Even the puzzles which plays a major role, asking two or three questions in every year gate exam. So we'll discuss puzzles questions now. So missing letter puzzle. So find the missing letter from below series. So they have given 7B, 3C, 15A, 5C, 9B, 17A, 6B, 19A and question mark. So in each column out of the letters you can see BC, BCA, ABC, BA. Here we have to find out the C. So in each column out of the letters A, B and C, each of this must appear once. So along the diagonals, sum of the two numbers equal to the third number. So you can see we can have, if you see 9B, 6B, we have 15A, and then 15A will be here, and then we have 7B and 9B, which should come here, 16C here. So along the diagonals, the sum of two numbers is equal to the third number. So here it should come 16C. The missing number will be 7 plus 9, that is equal to 16. The letter will be C. Okay. So here we can see 6 plus 9 will be 15A. Okay. Then 5 plus 9 will be, we have 17A. So we can have the answer here. So here it should come as 16C. So this is the answer for the first question. Next question, which number replaces the question mark? They have given the numbers here in the triangle form: 23, 38, 45, 54, 67, and then question mark. Okay, so we have to find out the question. So as we move down, the number represents, we can see the multiples of 12. So let's see, we have to find out what number should come after the 67. So we have 2 into 12. So the multiples of 12, subtracting first for the first step, and then adding plus 2, and then subtracting minus 3, and then plus 4, minus 5, plus 6. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 2 into 12, 24. Here subtracting minus 1, that will be 23. 3 into 12 is equal to 36, plus 2 is equal to 38. Then 4 multiplying with the 12, 48 minus 3 is equal to 45. 5 into 12 is equal to 60, plus 4 is equal to 64. Then 60 into 12, that is equal to 72 minus 5 is equal to 67. And then 7 into 12 is equal to 84, plus 6 is equal to 90. So here the answer should come 90. Why? Because we are multiples. The number represents multiples of 12, and then subtracting from the first step, then adding the 2, and then subtracting third, and then adding the fourth for the next, and then subtracting minus 5 and adding plus 6. So subtracting, adding, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the last one, 7 into 12, 84, plus 6, that will be the 90. So options are given: A 90, B 56, C 34, and D 10. So option A is the right answer. The 90 is the right answer for this question, students. Next question, P, Q, R, S, and T are five speakers who have to speak on particular day, not necessarily in the same order. R is neither the first nor the last speaker. There are three speakers after S and three speakers ahead of it, T. If P speaks after Q, then who is the last speaker to speak? So we have five speakers: E, P, Q, R, S, T are five speakers. who have to speak on a particular day, not necessarily in the same order like P, Q, or S, T. R is neither first nor the last speaker. There are three speakers after S, okay, and then three speakers ahead of T. If P speaks after Q, then who is the last speaker to speak? So we'll see the explanation. There are three speakers after S. So S is the second speaker, and then there are three speakers before T. So the T is the fourth speaker. Before T, we have R, S, and then Q. So that means four is the T is the fourth speaker. R is neither the first nor the fifth. Okay. So R is the third speaker. R is neither the first nor the fifth. So R will be the third speaker. P speaks after P speaks after Q. So P is the fifth and Q is the first speaker. So P is the last speaker. So P, Q, R, S, and T are five speakers who have to speak on a particular day, not necessarily in the same order. R is neither the first nor the last speaker. There are three speakers after S and three speakers ahead of T. If P speaks after Q, then who is the last speaker to speak? So A, S, B, T, C, E, D, Q. So there are three speakers after S. So that means R, T, E. So S will be second speaker. There are three speakers before T. So R is one. T is fourth speaker. R is neither first nor the fifth. That means three third speaker. R is the third speaker. P speaks after Q. That means P is 5 and then 1 is Q. So the last speaker option, P is the last speaker. Students, C, P is the last speaker. Correct answer. Next question. Choose what replaces in the following figure. They have given the alphabet value of the letters in left hand column and follows through the sequence of prime numbers. So we can see the column B, T, E, G, K, M, and then Y, X, V, T, E, question mark. Okay, so options they have given Q, Q, option B, O, and then C, M, and then D, N. So we can write the alphabet A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, and then following N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. So according to that, we can have like, so A is here, and then C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. So let's have like a one, that is 2, 3, and then 5, 7, K, that is 11, and then M, 13. Okay. So next one. So what could be coming here? Y, you can write it from Z, Y, X, W, V, U, T, S, R, Q, P, O, N. So backside from Z, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then 13 from back. So Z1, Y2, and then Z3, W4, V5, U6, T7, and then S8, R9, Q10, 11T, O12, N13. So M, which comes as the number 13 as a prime number, sequence of prime number with the letters. In the right hand column representing the corresponding reverse of alphabetical values. So from Z to N and then A to M. So A to M, we have the numbers B2 and then C3, E5, G7, and then K11, and then M13. The same like the letters in the right hand column representing the corresponding reverse alphabetical values, we have Z1, Z1, here Y, that is 2, and then X 3, W4, but we have 5, and then U6, T7, S8, R9, Q10, and then P11, and then O12, O is not given here, N. So 13. So that is, it should come, the alphabet letter is N. The alphabetic value of the letters in left hand column follows through the sequence of prime numbers with the letters in right hand column representing in the corresponding reverse alphabetical values. So option D is the right answer. Option D, N should come here. The next question, find out the missing one in the given series. This question is they have asked in 8 2017. So 2, 12, 60, 240, 720, and then 1440 up to 0. So options they have given options given 2880, 1440, C 1720, and D is 0. So option will be B. So option B, that is 1440 is the right answer. So find out the missing one in the given series. So the option B is the right answer. So next question, in the following puzzle, there are two double blanks. Fill in the blanks with the same pair of letters to complete. To complete an English word. For example, use the letter pair AC in B, KP, K to make the word. That means what could be the answer for this one? So we can see the letter B, K, P, K. That means the same letter will coming as AC and then AC. That means backup, to make the word backup. So the answer will be backup. The same like we can say like CA, CA. What could be the answer for this one? Cascade, cascade. CASCADE. So in the below puzzle, there are two double blanks. The similar one I have given here. So this is for cascade. Next question, guess the missing letter in the letter puzzle. So we have the missing letter in the letter puzzle. They have given the numbers as well as the letter. So options A, L, B, M, and C, N, and then D, O. So we can write it here A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I up to Z, A to Z. We can put the numbers here. Up to 26 numbers is here. Just the logic followed in the given puzzle it will be. So 11 into P, that is 11 into P, that is 12 into 16 is equal to 192. Okay. So next one, P into T. P, what is the value here? P, 16 into T, so 20, we get the answer 320. Okay, so now we have to find out the answer 132. Okay, so 132, what could be the answer will be here? That is, we can say the number. So 132, so we can say that is K. So what is the K value will be here? So K value will be 11 and then M value will be 13. So 11 into 13, 132 will be here. Okay. So option B, M is the right answer. Next question, find the missing group of letter in the following series. So that they have asked you in the GATE question 2018. Okay. So BC, FGH, LM and O. Okay. So options U, W, X, Y, B, TUV, WX, C, STUV, W, D, RS, TUV. So what could be the possible option will be here, that is B, TUVWX. BCFGH, LM and O, TUVWX is the right answer. The next one, we have given sequence of terms AD, CG, FK, JP, the term. So this question they have asked 2 years, that is GATE 2012 and as well as 16. So they have asked this question the 2 years, the GATE question, the puzzles. So option A, OV, B, OW, C, PV, D, PW. So we can see this AD, CG, FK, JP. So you can be having that is AD 2, that is CG plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5, and here that is DG plus 3 and G to A K plus 4 and K to P plus 5 and P to V plus 6. So we have the options OV, OW, PV and then PW. So option will be having the answer will be correct answer will be OV. Okay. So OV is the correct answer. So the A is the correct answer of OV. In previous problem, so we have to find out that is K, what will be the value? 11 into that is 113, that will be 143 will be here. So 11, 132, it should come the answer. So 11 into 12. Okay, so 11 into 12, that should come. The answer will be L, not M. The A is the right answer, L. So K into L, that is 11 into 12, we get the answer 132. P into T, that is P, we have 16, and then T, we have 20. 320 is the right answer. And L into P, what is the L? We have the value 12, and then P, we have the value 16. 12 into 16, we have 192. So option A is the right answer. LP 192, PT 320, and then KL 132 is the right answer. Like previous problems, like we have discussed, like the missing one in the given series. So they can ask you the model problems like the puzzles, the missing letter puzzles, and then they can give you some alphabets about the 5 speakers. So this will be some tricky one. Just you have to be analyze the question. You have to read the question carefully. You have to see the options. Some questions, the options will be very similar. The 4 answers will be very similar. So while reading this option, you have to be very careful, it seems. So you have to read it correctly. So once again, I am taking this problem. So P, Q, R, S, and T are five speakers who have to speak on a particular day, not necessarily in the same order. R is neither the first nor the last speaker. There are three speakers after S and three speakers ahead of T. So if P speaks after Q, then Q is the last speaker to speak. So options S and then B, T, C, P, and D, Q. So Q, S, R, T, P. So we can see there are three speakers after S. That means R, T, P. So S will be second. And there are three speakers before T. That means R, S, Q. So T is fourth speaker and then S is second speaker. So R is neither, you can read the question, R is neither the first nor the last speaker. So R is the third speaker and T speaks after Q. So P is the fifth and Q is the first speaker. So P is the last speaker. So option P, C is the option C. P is the last speaker, which comes as a 5. Q1, S2, R3, T4, and P5 is the last speaker. So, like these questions, they can similarly ask you in the gate aptitude test. So then the replacing the numbers, the question mark. So what will be the number at last will be coming, and then we can say like missing letters from the below series. So each column out of the letters they have given A, B, C, or D, E, F, or G, G, H, J, like that the series they can giving. So along the diagonals, rows and columns, we have to find out the sum of two numbers that will be equal to the third number. We have to see the missing number as well as the missing letter in that column. Okay. So like this, they will ask you the important questions in the puzzles. From clock problems, the very similar one I told you already. The three types of problems mainly they will focus. You have to focus for the gate exam. So what are the three problems? So based on this, the types of problems, to find the time when angle between two hands are given. So find angle between the two hands at a given time, losing or aiming time, the correct time on incorrect time, fast or slow. The mainly the based on three problems they will ask you for the clock and puzzles. We have missing letter puzzles and then word puzzles and then number series puzzles and then they will ask you the based on the how much practice you are getting regularly for the aptitude test is very important. So we have covered today clocks as well as puzzles, problems, gate problems, and problems. So thank you. We'll see you another class. Thank you, students.